All right, so basically everybody's already familiar with SPY inverted, the inverted charts for SPY, for everything else, just to get a different perspective, different idea. Um, I actually want to create a new drawing set for this one. So what I basically do, first I'm going to actually do inverted. You basically put a minus sign, then you type out the symbol. I'm going to use the daily chart. So I want to show you some things. Got vacuums happening. I want to give you 4 different perspectives. So I'm going to make that 4 charts, do a 4-way. I'm going to do inverted 1, inverted 2, SPY, and then we're going to do regular SPY, daily time frame, and weekly time frame. Daily is going to be at the top, weekly is going to be at the bottom. Goes for both. I'm going to get rid of this trending line. Perfect. I can get rid of these. I already know what these are. So get rid of that. Recreate that after. So we get the daily at the top, weekly at the bottom. Pretty simple. Just 14 and 30 SMA. Got a bearish engulfing, inverted. I'm thinking to do, actually, all right, let's do regular SPY. So it actually goes according to, there we go. Weekly here, daily here, daily here. All right, I actually like daily on this side and weekly on the other side. So let's do daily, and then weekly. So you can see just a couple of things. All right, so weekly on both. And this would be inverted. Perfect. We have daily on the left, weekly on the right. Top is regular, bottom is inverted. It's all about perspective. These are the daily charts. Let's change this background, should be darker. Perfect. Same here. So I like everything. I'm pretty anal about these things. All right, that could work. Perfect. And this last one but not least, I can save these after. Let's clean this up now. Better. This is a weekly. I want to give you different type of perspectives. We added here. It's my 3 ladies. 1430. Actually, let's do that. There we go. With this weekly to line up with this weekly, the top. Okay. Same goes for this one. Perfect. Better. Kind of want them just bring it over here using the low and using the high here. Get them lined up as possible. Perfect. Okay. So automatically, I'm going to actually annotate this. Annote this. Let's do that. Just be showed. It should show what we want. So automatically, 248.20 is a very important level. I've stated this during the week. That was an important level to close above. We actually closed inside of the daily 14 and 30 SMA. This is very important, very important. And as long as price holds 248.20, that's exactly where the 14 SMA is going to be at. It's actually curving to come basically below that level. And that's what we want. So just looking at the daily alone and looking below, you'll see we have a support on the inverted chart as well. And that would be 284 inverted, which is bullish. And I mean, yeah, for those that we use inverted charts to short, and we use our regular charts to long. So here you're basically targeting 284 in the next couple of days, depending on how they open us next week. I actually prefer a gap up somewhere around here, similar to gap down somewhere around here, 248.20. And then when that happens, I would like to see price come somewhat around here. This would be our next support area. I'm not going to necessarily say 284.32, which will be 284.32 on the regular chart at the top. But we're going to target somewhere around here. This is where our 30 SMA is at. It's going to come down somewhere. This is a support area, so it's going to be basically around here, 280-ish. I mean, this can all happen this week. But, I mean, being that weeklies are made up of 5 candles, anything is possible. We just need a big engulfing, and vacuums happen pretty fast. So with that being said, a gap down would actually bring our 30 SMA down even faster, like around 284, gives us 2 to 4 points. Like I tell people, if you're targeting one of the SMAs, I want you to target it 2 points above or below, depending on where the price is. If the price is below the 14 or the 30 SMA, you want to buy always 2 points just below it, depending on whatever direction you're going in. So the reason why I'm still bullish, I'm going to remain bullish, and I'm going to still say we have this bottom in for now. But I want to use the weekly also. The weekly is very important. The why the weekly is very important, because we have a vacuum that has to happen on a weekly before we actually retest lows, if we are going to retest lows. So when we test 283, what is that? 284.32. Not saying we're going to test that right away, but I want to show you guys something. So I'm going to make a horizontal line. Oops, use this one. There we go. So I'm going to create a horizontal line saying that the 30 SMA is going to come somewhat around here, right? 273.95. Let's extend that to the right. Perfect. And as you can see, it goes to the other side of the screen as well. And I want to actually create that level down here. Do the same down here. Just edit that. I mean, I'm thinking a little bit higher than this, but we're going to adjust. Just give you guys an idea. Activate. It's 30, 40. I mean, if we get a gap down, this brings us down. So yeah, just about here. 276-ish. So 276.43. So let's edit this. Edit 276.43. Just want everything to line up right. Okay, let's extend that. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to move this down just a little bit. I want to actually get it close to our 30 SMA. This is a support level right there, right? And here, this over here, we bring this up. I actually want to just put it exactly where it's at, right there. Okay, so we're going to get a vacuum, and we're going to get the 14 and 30 SMA. They're actually going to have not a full cross, but they're actually going to spread apart somewhere around 282.40-ish. 283.30 down here. You can adjust it however you want to. Just give you guys an idea. Got up there to 82.40, so we can get it close to that. Put it right here, just whatever. So this setup is actually bearish. The inverted chart here in this left corner. So we're gonna use, well, I'm actually gonna label it. Let's do that. Let's just label it. So this is gonna be 1. This is gonna be 2. This is going to be trace. Actually put 3 to the top here. 3, and this is gonna be 4. Perfect. All right, we can close that now. So looking at chart 2, this is actually a bearish setup. So this should be more downside here, or inverted would be upside for the bulls, the bull case. The best scenario is always a gap down, especially to a support area or just below it, and then they close above that. So I definitely want to see us to somewhat gap down, like I said, 248.20. But we have a vacuum. We have a vacuum to fill both ways. So we have the 30 SMA test. We need that vacuum to happen. And when that vacuum happens, that's 282.40. That puts our 30 or 14 SMA somewhat around here, if not by this week, next week. So we're going to see us somewhere close to the 14 and 30 SMA on the weekly. But this week, we're going to test the 14 and 30 SMA. So we already tested the 14 SMA last week. So this week we should be testing the 30 SMA. And this is all on a daily. So for the weekly, the following week or 2 weeks, we should be testing the 14 and 30 SMA on the weekly chart. There's a vacuum that needs to happen, and that's all the way down here. This vacuum should come around 282-ish, depending on how they bring us. I like to use inverted charts too sometimes because you get a different perspective for the short term. Like here, I'm going to draw an extension. And they work pretty well. I can actually get rid of this, get rid of that. So it looks like gray bar is going to come in between 269.88 and 280.27. So that's where we're going to find price. That's where the 30 SMA is going to come at. It's going to be right around there. When 14 and 30 SMA cross down, trend changes. Here we have a trend change, but what we usually want is the 14 to come below the 30. When the 14 comes below the 30, you start building a long position. So I definitely want to see us touch around 269.88. If we can get a close above 269.88 this week, we're set up to test the 14 and 30 SMA the following week. So April 9th, that week. Quarterlies are basically coming up this Tuesday. They're closing. It's going to take some time for those quarterlies to happen as well. So this is inverted. Actually, it actually already happened. So we already tested the 14 and 30 SMA. And we got a rejection of the 30 SMA on a quarterly, on an inverted chart at that. Let's go to this chart here. And we got a bounce off of it on the regular chart, which I would like to see a close just above the 14 SMA. So I would like to see us close somewhere around here. And then we get a similar setup that they did. What was that? How many quarters back that was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarters ago. So let me show you. Here, had the 14 SMA. It hasn't tested the 14 SMA in a long time. Rejected it. Following quarter, came right down. So here, we rejected the 30 SMA and possibly the 14. And if that happens, we can see a nice candle engulfing to somewhat right, not engulfing, but coming down to test about 300, which that's March, April, May, June. So that's June, looking at June. We can see May to June, we'll see about 300 again, but we would need this rejection on the quarterly. I mean, we're already creating a hammer, somewhat of a hammer here. So a close above the 14 SMA or near or at, or even above 248.20, still remain bullish. But any close below the 248.20, it's considered bearish. Like what I'm seeing, it's crazy. Like they're doing it. It's nice. Like how they like just I don't know. I don't know how I can explain it. It's way outside the 14. Retests 14, closes below the 14 here. Comes down, rejects 14, comes all the way outside the 14, retests 14. I would tell you guys got to confirm by the third day. So let's see one more close above the 14 here. They can actually close it below, and then by Tuesday close it above. Then we get our vacuum to the 30 SMA. Basically, this brings us all the way down to here. You can, I don't know. It can be somewhat like we'll retest and then reject and then come down. This can happen. Anything is possible. I actually want to clear this part here. All right, let's fix that. Let's get that drawing going. So it'll be down here, test at 30, depending on how they do it. It could be probably like right there. Come back down like that, and then come up. It's gonna be a lot of resistance here, so we gotta see what happens. There's gonna be a lot coming through here. So we gotta see how this plays out. But for what I'm looking at, it'll be something like here, we bounced off of it, and then it came up to here, come down, bounce up here, possibly come here. Or, I mean, this is so many different scenarios, If this 30 SMA holds on a quarterly for the next 2 quarters, we're still bullish. We're still bullish. Trend is still rising. Let's clear this up. And I'm going to give you a single chart. So everything is better than one chart. From peak, bringing this down. We're basically just testing double bars. That's all it is. Having your support down here, testing that 267.73 up next. Our 30 SMA, 30 SMA comes around 278.89, 280-ish. They would actually have to gap this down just here, 246, 248.20. Engulf Friday's candle. That would be sick. Or even close just above Friday's close. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, get us above 270, depending on how they do that. I mean, this move was 22 range on a daily. Friday's range was only 9 points. That was very weak. Give us a 15 to 20 point range. There's going to be the vacuum. When we vacuum here, this range is going to be, I would say it's going to start from 256 to 274. So we're going to get a 20 point range this week, Tuesday or Wednesday on SPY. That's my guess. I'm not going to say Monday unless they do something crazy, gap it down and engulf this 20 points, closing it Monday from 246 to 266 or 267.73. I mean, that would be a 21 point increase from here. So that could be impressive. I mean, we got to see what actually happens. I mean, just everything is, let me get rid of that. This is your regular SPY chart. Then your inverted chart. Same thing, how vacuums work. Vacuums all work the same way. And when things are super extended this fast, they come down just as fast. Look how extended this is. And this is just a daily. So many outcomes can happen from this. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not drawing the picture to make it look good or anything like that. We can be on this ride for a while. Just give you a different type of perspective. But I definitely understand that we're coming down here. So this 30 SMA is going to curve. 14 is going to come down as well. So we got to pay attention to that. We would definitely need a drop below. Retest the fourth. Oops. Price comes down, retests the 14, rejects it, and it starts coming right back down again. I mean, this could get interesting. I don't know.